I joined GIBS wholly and solely because it was a young institute back then. But in order to build and fill that gap, you need to be inquisitive enough to research your own data. I would say instead of doom scrolling, just focus on micro learning. You can also learn from reels from Instagram. It doesn't matter if you do not have the plan in your head right now, but it matters if you start right now. Not very difficult to explore different skills and different fields. Go out there, experiment, be curious, learn every skills that you can.
So, hello and welcome back to the IRE Podcast, Innovation, Research and Entrepreneurship. I am Nancy Johnson, heading the Department of Corporate and Alumni Relations. Today, we have a guest who's truly inspiring and who's truly unique, having a unique perspective. Someone who bridges the world of technology and human resources, who's worked with giants like Amazon and now helps build teams at Bright Horizons. She has a degree, an engineering degree in computer science and a PGDM in HR and business analytics. None other than our own Eileen. Welcome, Eileen.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm truly honored to be back to GIBS.
Wow.
It's really lovely to reconnect with GIBS, actually. I would love to say that.
And I'm sure it would have been a nostalgia feel for you when you
Yes,
just stepped
yes.
into the campus.
I was actually reminiscing my days over here. I laughed, I cried. I was a backbencher, so I do remember every corners I have been to, and of course the lecturers, the whole and the whole and soul part of our GIBS are the student. I was a student. I'm very fortunate to be back here. I love my journey here. I'm just very glad that I have been called here as a distinguished alumna. So one of the alumni, I've been chosen here to come back, and I'm more than ecstatic. I'm more than excited. You can see, I mean, from my face and through my tone. So thank you so much for inviting me.
I could see and I could feel. I could feel your feel.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Eileen, thank you so much. We are indeed privileged to have you here. And I'm indeed super happy and excited to have this dialogues with you.
Yeah, of course.
So, shall we dive into our conversation?
Let's dive in.
Excellent, excellent. So, Eileen, so I've got something, few great questions to you, because your journey is not just a journey, it is a mission.
Right. Yes.
What I see.
Yeah.
All right. How did your time during your education, whether in engineering or being in B school, shape the way you think and solve problems today?
What a wonderful question, I might say. I mean, I must say that because I believe that I'm a logical person and a creative person as well. So my left side of the hemisphere is totally into logics and analytics, and my right side of the brain is totally into creativity, and I write poems mainly about empathy, the emotions that are felt when you are in solitude. So I write about if you are depressed, if you're anxious, if your thoughts are really scattered. So I write about all that, and that is how I would say that I'm a person who uses her whole brain, her left hemisphere and right hemisphere. So I pursued my bachelor's in computer science and engineering. I was totally into technical field. At that point of time, I was working with artificial intelligence, because it's trending right now and everybody knows what artificial intelligence is. But back then, it wasn't very popular, and it was a new topic for me. And I really did few projects in that, and I'm so glad that I have that knowledge. I carry that knowledge with me, and I have diverted and pivoted my plans, because I worked in Amazon shortly. After that, I thought my calling is in HR. So I pursued my HR and business analytics from GIBS School, and it was really a moment where I learned, unlearned, and relearned a lot of things. So that is how I would say I'm a blend of my technical abilities and my managerial skills. So
Excellent.
that is how I am.
I could literally feel the happiness inside you when you talk about yourself. What do you talk about? How do you portray something called as a self branding? Because when I just asked you a question
Yeah.
about your challenges, you were so you were so into it.
Yeah, got
You,
it.
you you just dived into it and you started to explore your answers and you started to explain. So talk a few lines about self branding, Eileen.
Self branding is really very important. It's extremely essential how you talk to yourself. Here I would mention that if you're really into reading, or you have a curious mind, I would suggest to read books from Kafka and Dostoevsky. So Kafka is something about how the exterior world affect your inner world, and Dostoevsky is about how you fight your own inner world. So this is how I'm self-branding myself too. As an HR, I think I'm a Kafka girl because, as an HR, you get to understand your candidates or your employees' fears, their hopes, their struggles. So I'm very fortunate to, join the dots, understand where they fit better, and then bridge the gap. That is how I would say. And when it comes to self branding, you need to be clear with your own perspective and perception. Let's say two employees decided to resign from a company. One has a thinking of maybe I was not good with my job, so I resigned it. Oh, poor me, that's bad. The other one says, I'm so glad that that did not work for me. That wasn't my career path. So let me change my plans and pursue something that I'm really good at. So that is how you self brand yourself, and shift your anchor and then sail towards your north star, I would say. So this is all about self branding. I would love to speak more about that, but I would love to also hear other questions to answer.
Excellent, Eileen. Excellent. I mean, I don't think so. I need to hear more about self branding. You are branding yourself, the
Thank
way
you.
you carry yourself, the way you talk, and the way you express. I know I can. That's the reason the very initial conversation I did mention I could feel what you
Yeah.
feel. What makes learning environment truly valuable, Eileen, according to you? Because you've experienced both technical education and your education in business school as well. What made those experiences really very unique?
Okay, so here I would say let's start with GIBS because I'm here in my alma mater. Uh, I joined GIBS wholly and solely because it was a young institute back then. I understood that we do have a structure of different ideologies, different education system, but it would grow with students. It would let its students experiment with their own career paths, and they would actually help them with the internships, with the expectations, and also understand what they truly want. Because a lot of students who come and pursue you know maybe say PGDM or maybe MBA, or for that matter, even if somebody is pursuing engineering, they do not know what their career path is, because nobody's there to guide them.
Mm.
But in order to build and fill that gap, you need to be inquisitive enough to research your own data. I would say instead of doom scrolling, just focus on micro learning. You can also learn from reels from Instagram, for that matter, or advertisements. Which apps are good for you to use your skills and build something out of it. You can use AI too. That's nothing wrong in it. AI is here to help us, not replace us. That is what I feel as an HR. So if you have an inquisitive mindset, definitely you would excel in your
Yeah.
education sector. So that is
Perfect.
what I wanted to say.
Perfect. Perfect. So, what matters a lot, technology or mindset?
Both. In today's world, it both matters, because if you do not have your technical skills, I don't feel you would do really well, even though you are working in non-technical field. Because let's say docs or Word or Excel is not just enough. You need to be aware of the different applications that are in the market. You need to be aware of the different policies are in the market, and also how would you approach them. That is another thing. So there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a clear plan how you would use them or utilize them. So I feel I'm the perfect example for that. Again, self branding, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So I use artificial intelligence also in my recruitment field. And that is how I move forward with the candidates and not only fill the gaps, but also invest in people for the success of the company as a whole, dynamic.
Perfect. Beautifully said. So now coming to students, how can students start ventures even with limited resources?
Okay, yeah, that's really great to think about. It's so everybody has mobile phones right now. Even though you don't, if a student or a person, if they do not have that luxury to go and get a course, or maybe they do not have the means to pursue something that they really wanted to move forward with, they can use their phone to just install some apps and learn. For example, if you really want to go into a global sector, why don't you just install Duolingo or Rosetta Stone and learn few languages? Even though you haven't subscribed to its premium plans, you understand the basics of a language. You understand how to speak and put yourself out there in the world. So if you're not articulate about what you think, if you're not clear about what you really want, so that might cause a really big hurdle moving forward. It's what I believe.
Perfectly said. Very nice. Is there any specific project or class or experience during your journey of your education that had a very lasting impact on you? Could you brief about it?
Yes, of course. So it started in my, very initial days in GIBS. So during the orientation time, a lot of students, they're very interested in listening what the industry experts have to convey to us. So one of the industry expert has conveyed, you need to know everything about one thing and one thing about everything. So that is how I actually move forward in my life with a career or my personal life. It's because though I know a lot about HR and talent acquisition as a spoke, I also know about other fields because my friends are into different domains. So this is how I feel I am moving forward. Know everything about one thing about everything. That is my motto. That is my mantra right now.
Know everything about one thing and
And
one
one thing
thing
about,
about everything.
yes.
Excellent, excellent. So, who brought that understanding to you? Was that something which lit all by itself to you, or was there any person who inspired this statement to you?
The statement itself is very enlightening to begin with.
It is.
Yes. So this actually ignited that spark inside me to learn not only about HR but business analytics too. So my second specialization was business analytics. So as an engineer, I was also exploring my HR, education field and also business analytics. I had little knowledge about business analytics at that point of time, but right now I do understand why analysis is really important to understand the graph, because not always you would understand the terminologies or jargons, but you would understand how the success or maybe the graph looks like. So that gives an idea in your head considering the numbers.
Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, again, best of both worlds.
That's lovely. That's lovely. So, Eileen, where you have taken me through, various of your experiences. Now, what do you think today's students, all right, today's students they lack?
Okay.
What do they lack, and how do they work on the things that they lack? What is the state of mind what they lack in today's learning environment among young people?
As an HR, I would say they lack confidence, because if you're not working on your confidence and you would just conserve yourself that I'm an introvert, you would not do really very well out there, because the market is really brutal out there. And if you do not find the right firm for yourself, your journey would just go hayward, not the direction that you really wanted to go. So I have seen a lot of students who accept that I'm an introvert and I do not want to go
Correct.
in a field which faces people. But that's not the case actually. An extrovert can also be an HR, an introvert can also be an HR, because an introvert actually understands the depth and precision. An extrovert actually understands the room, reads the room, leads the room. An ambivert like me knows how to balance both the things and also step back when it's needed. So I suggest students really need to work on their confidence and accept, even if they're introvert or extrovert, they can really do well out there. So they need to really work on confidence. And how do they really work on confidence? Let's say you're in your room, look yourself in the mirror, because everyone loves watching themselves looking in the mirror, and talk to yourself. That's few of them will find it a little weird in the beginning, but few of them will enjoy the journey. They'll look at
Absolutely.
themselves and they'll give TED talks to themselves, or let's say you can envision yourself talking to the whole audience when you receive the award.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, absolutely. Because the self-talk or the self-realization is one of the best ever learning material one could have
yes,
in his or her life.
yes,
So I totally go with you.
yeah,
Looking at ourselves into the mirror, and there is no critic other
yeah,
than us.
yes, correct.
So the first critic, it's me and myself, and how do I work on my better myself?
Yes, correct.
Perfectly said, Eileen. And I could feel that confidence in you while you're talking about this. And excellent, excellent. So today's young minds miss a lot of confidence
Correct.
and self-awareness among
Correct.
themselves, right?
Yes.
That's what you wanted to say. So what do you think is the right time for any student to, to start a startup?
Okay. What is the right moment?
Mm.
I would say here, just a day when you wake up from your sleep, and if you decide to start a startup, you need to be clear with what idea you have in your head. How are you going to get the funds? How are you going to hire the right candidates as your key core team members? How are you going to build your team? How are you going to push your dream forward? Is really very important. So it doesn't matter if you do not have the plan in your head right now, but it matters if you start right now. It's never a good time for you if you keep on regretting, oh, I haven't done it back then because I did not have enough funds, or maybe if I did not have enough knowledge. You would just be in your zone where you're not happy or satisfied. But if you really think my idea will create an impact in the world, do it right now. Just, you can just begin with recording yourself on Instagram or maybe LinkedIn, and just put forth your ideas out there, and just say, I'm welcome to your suggestions. Or if you want to come and join me in my firm, I'm very welcome. Let's connect. And that is how you can start your startup, because everybody has got the means of social networking right now. Everybody has got the means of connecting with people, with each other through social media. So just put your ideas out there, put yourself out there.
Excellent, excellent. So what do you envision yourself, maybe some 5 years down the line from now, Eileen?
I envision myself doing international projects and going into global recruiting. I'm right now working in Bright Horizons as a talent acquisition partner. So I'm totally into recruitment for our Indian centers. Though I'm closely collaborating with my UK team and also US team. So if I really do well, I am sure I will do well, because I'm really in my high zone. So I envision myself working with the global projects, with the global team in global projects, and then yeah, I'll come back to my alma mater again.
Excellent, excellent. I could see the waves of confidence
Yeah.
in you, Excellent. Eileen, this has been such a refreshing conversation from your journey from engineering to HR.
Yeah.
Now, my last but not the least, the
Yes.
question, the most curious question which I was longing to ask Eileen is, how come from engineering to business?
Okay, so there's a saying, the Gen Zs use it. Delulu is the new Solulu. Have you heard about it?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So I was very delusional back then, but it really worked out for me, honestly, because I had technical skills and I really wanted to put myself out there with my management skills as well. So that is how I'm working in Bright Horizons as a talent acquisition partner right now. I feel it wasn't a deviation, it was an evolution, because it's really very important to be self-aware of your own skills. I was just adding skills to my skill repertoire, you can say, and I understand now the dichotomy between logic and empathy, and that is how I am a blend of both things. I am really proud of my, unique skill set.
Exactly.
So I'm very happy with
So am
my
I.
career.
So am I. So am I. Your insights on AI, talent, and your insights about startup.
Yeah.
It's amazing, truly amazing and inspiring, Eileen. So, Eileen, you've got anything to say to the young minds who are watching this podcast today? What are your takeaways for them as young minds? They're all career aspirants.
Mhm.
So, what is that you think that they should possess, both visually and in their mindset,
Okay.
at their heart and soul level?
Mhm.
What is that they'll have to blend themselves?
Right.
It is not strictly about A or B. It's about a blend of A and B together.
Correct.
For them to ensure that they walk towards a career path. What is your takeaway for our young minds who are watching out this?
So I would really suggest it's not very difficult to explore different skills and different fields. It's not bad to wear different hats. It's very easier for you to connect dots. It's easier to adapt to a place where you can explore and put your ideas out there, where only one skill is not enough. And that is how you build yourself. That is how your curiosity increases, your knowledge increases. You are open to experiments, and then also you'll also gain experience throughout your journey. So that is what I want to tell our viewers. Go out there, experiment, be curious, learn every skills that you can. So that is what I want to convey.
That's really lovely of you, Eileen. Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful time with us and answering all the questions with a lot of patience and tolerance. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning into the IRE podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please do subscribe and leave a review and share it with someone who's navigating their own unconventional path. Remember, innovation doesn't always look like what you expect. Sometimes it's about bringing together different worlds like technology, people, logic, and creativity, and structure, and also empathy, as Eileen mentioned. Thank you so much for tuning into, and this is Nancy here signing off. Meet you in the next episode.